welcome back to Make It with Mod Podge. My name's Cathie and today I've got 3 fun projects to share with you to create this adorable 4th of July dessert display. I'm going to be working with blanks from the dollar store. I've got this adorable, just simple easel that with some napkin decoupage, I'm turning into a really cute sign. This adorable cupcake display, or you could put cookies on it or whatever, is the classic old candlestick and clear glass plate. Now both of those are from the dollar store, and these little mini crates that they have there, I use some napkin decoupage on it to create a napkin holder. They hold cocktail sized napkins perfectly. Now you might have caught the video last week where I was doing the jar makeovers, and these create really cute utensil holders too. So toss on back to that old video where you can see this project as well. All right, let's dive into these 3 designs today. These are all beginner friendly and they're gonna make your dessert section look so cute on the 4th of July. For the dessert stand, I'm using dishwasher safe Mod Podge. That way I'll be able to clean it, and I'm using a glass plate and a glass candle holder from the dollar store. I'm using a little bit of tape just to put on the corner of my paper napkin, and I'm gonna separate those plies. I'm only using that top printed ply. Then you'll just quickly trim your napkin down to size, and you can use the rest of that napkin for a different project. Now I'm just using this can of tomatoes to hold my plate up there, and I'm cleaning it with a wipe of rubbing alcohol. Now I'm going to apply a nice even coat of the dishwasher safe Mod Podge, making sure I get all of those edges. And then I'm going to spritz my napkin. Now this is print side down. I'm putting the print side down. I spritzed it with water to help remove wrinkles, and then you'll just place it into position and smooth with your fingers. Now I'm being pretty gentle here because napkins are delicate and you don't want it to rip, but you do have a little bit of time to move it into position. I usually like to sort of cup the edges just so I make sure they're really getting secure on those edges. You can use a little cling wrap if you want on top just to help smooth out any wrinkles. Again, I'm working pretty delicate here because I don't want to tear my napkin. Now I'm just going to set that aside and let it dry. And once it's dry, it'll look translucent like this. And I'm going to go ahead and use scissors to roughly cut around that edge. And then I'll go in with my scissors and do some detailed fussy cutting to really make sure I get all of that paper off of the sides, almost like a little haircut. Now, once your edges are all cleaned up, you're going to be ready to paint the back of your plate. And I'm using multi-surface paint in satin, and this is a white color. You want to make sure you use a light color. And I'm going to show you the difference. So I've gone ahead and added some of my paint here. Now I'm turning it over, and you can see how much you can see those stars really popping through. So you could do a translucent look and you could omit the painting step if you wanted to, but I think painting the back of it with a light color, multi-surface paint really makes the colors of the napkin pop out. Before you move on to the sealing stage of the plate, you're going to want to let it dry for at least 5 hours. You want a good dry time before you seal. Now for the sealing, I'm using the dishwasher safe Mod Podge, and I'm going to apply that all over the back of the plate and making sure I get those edges really well. Then I'm going to let it dry for an hour, and I'm going to reapply this top coat 1, 2, 3 times with an hour dry time in between. And once it's completely dry, you can just add a little glue to the top of your candlestick, and then you'll place your plate right on top of the candlestick. If you need to, you could weigh down the top of the plate with just a little can of beans or something and let this dry for about 4 hours, and you're ready to go. Add your desserts, cupcakes, cookies, whatever you want. Look how adorable this turns out. All right, now we're gonna make our cute little party sign using this red, white, and boom napkin and matte Mod Podge. Now I'm cutting apart the napkin, and like the other project, I'm only using that top printed ply on the napkin. So let's put it into position. I'm going to go a little bit on the top because I want to add some hot glued embellishments to the bottom. So I'm just applying my Mod Podge mat directly onto that little dollar store easel. Now those are in the craft department. And go ahead and place your napkin down. And I also sprayed it with a little water to help with the wrinkles. I'm just smoothing with my finger. I love how cute this napkin is. It's a perfect little thing to go with our dessert display. Now, if you want, you can add a little bit of cling wrap on top just to help with your wrinkles. Just smooth it down, pushing with your finger. Once that's dry, you can add a top coat just with the same matte Mod Podge. I'm just brushing it on the top of the napkin. And then for the sides, I'm wrapping that star design around the edges just so it kind of flows to the back of the easel. I love how adorable this napkin looks on this little dollar base. Okay, once that's dry, now we're gonna be ready to decorate. And I found these great little stars on wires, so I'm gonna clip those apart and give them a curl at the end so that my hot glue has something to stick to. So just add a little dot of hot glue, and then you can layer up your embellishments as you wish. I just love how these little signs turned out. So easy to do and so inexpensive. You could really do this for any holiday. Okay, these little crates are the perfect size for holding cocktail-sized napkins. So let's add a napkin to these. I've just gone ahead and prepped out my napkin and I'm trimming it down to size. Then I'm gonna add more of that matte Mod Podge to the top of the mini crate. These mini crates are only $1.25 and you can really decorate them up. So I've spritzed my napkin, I'm gluing it down with the Mod Podge the same way I did on the other projects. Now on this one I am gonna have to piece the napkin together and that's really easy to do. I'm gonna show you how. So on those sides I'm just adding more Mod Podge there and wrapping it around. And then on the back side where I have to meet it up, I'm just layering those pieces together so that they match up and adding a little bit more Mod Podge and gluing that down. It's really easy to piece them together. Now I'm cutting on those corners and I'm going to use the Mod Podge to glue the rest of the napkin towards the inside. Now on this one, I did not paint the inside, but if you wanted a polished or a really finished look, I would go in with some dark blue paint and paint the inside. For those handles, I just press them through with my fingers and then I'm gonna glue them back with Mod Podge. And again, to finish this off on the inside, I would add a coat of paint just to make it a little bit more polished. Now for the front, I'm adding some of those foam stars and stripes designs. I love how these stars look right over the stripes of the napkin. So easy to do. Just hot glue whatever your favorite embellishments are to the front. Look how cute these turn out. Add your napkins to the crate. Now, like I said, these hold a cocktail-sized napkin, so perfect for a dessert display. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you all have a safe and happy 4th of July. And I think I'm going to be having one of my desserts a little bit early. I'll be back here next week with another fun idea to share with you. And until then, have a super crafty week.